Okay. Hello, hello, hello. It's been a minute. Yes, I'm back. Um, Now, I know I initially said I was going to try doing Rise when I got back, but I won't lie, because this game has a harness around my throat. Phrasing, actually, now that I think about it. Got a vice grip on me, on my brain. I figured, why not just do another run of at least Shadow of the Erdtree? We ain't going into base game. We're just going to use one of my, let me just give you a reminder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 files. And I figured, we already got to, we already started getting an idea for Shadow of the Erdtree with my last build, so I figured, why don't we just keep moving forward with this one? Alright, so we did already beat the Dancer and Ballarat as a whole, so we're just going to keep moving from there, alright? I will say, though, there are some things I did not pick up in Ballarat in this file, so we're going to go around and find those. And also, I'm probably going to do majorly a bleed build, because it feels like, for the most part, many of the things in this game can be bled. So I figured, why don't we just test to see how far we can get with that whole aspect of it. So we're probably gonna respect later on, but yeah. Also, maybe just an arcane build in general, because there's a lot of arcane spells in this game. Also, sorry, I just got done playing Bloodborne with my friend, and my muscle memory is trying to hit X to interact with things instead of triangle. That happened also with my last, what's it called? My last playthrough as well with him. Nice. Ow, that hurt. I forgot how everything hurts in this game. Ow. There was something over here, if I recall. Oh yeah, jump scare. Also, yeah, reminder, we forgot a shadow tree fragment here. Carved words, coalesce, I abandon here, my arm sinistral. Big old pile of duty. Oh yeah, hang on. Forgot. We have the mask, so now she'll think we're one of the sculptors. The grandma. Excuse me. Grandpa?
Oh, such a joy to smell the scent again. Does a sculpted keeper stand before me? Oh, as I felt the sacred beast's essence fade, a great anxiety welled up within. Forgive this old woman her foolish fears. 'Tis such relief I cannot express. After an eternity of the mind, our voices have at last reached the heavens, as evinced by thy gracious arrival. Oh, oh, oh. I implore, vessel of the sacred beast, have my son accompany thee to war, and dance thy dance of beauteous color. Take vengeance upon Mesmerity's lot. They who betrayed us, aye, they who burned us, let them face in thy wrath their just deserts. My song will I sing in service to thee. thy collar into the most resplendent of dances. My song will I sing in service to thee. O horn-decked beast from higher sphere delivered, we beg of thee to dance and cavort, dance and cavort, cleanse all that thou wilt, cruelty, woe, and those who plague the tower, cleanse away the strumpet's vile progeny. O sculpted keeper, channel thy collar into the most resplendent of dances. My song will I sing in service to thee. O sculpted keeper, my song will I sing.
Okay. I think she also gives you soup. But let me just check. I think we can also take off the mask now. Yep, there it is. I made it too quick. Oh wait, no, not that way.
Welcome, O glorious sculpted keeper. Thou art kind indeed to this aged crone. Pardon me, my dear. Where are my manners? Surely thou must hunger, O sculpted keeper. I prithee, partake of this modest dish. 'Tis only plain fare, but sup to the lees, and it will surely grant thee ample vigor.
Soup.
Shouldst thou be by hunger's pangs beset, I implore thee, partake of my stew. Thou art sure to feel thy vigor restored, though if the flavor doth thy tongue offend, I care not if thou throwest it away. Shouldst thou be by thou art sure to
Alright. Just make sure we got this one.
horn-decked beast from higher sphere delivered.
Did I not get this one? Wait, hang on. Oh, you know what? It's not showing on the map. Oh, that was weird to see the Grace take that long to spawn again. Was it this one only? Yeah. I'm trying to like remember all the crosses. Alright, so let's first go here. Oh look, it's our. Oh look, it's Dean. Hello, hello. we're back to, you guessed it, more Shadow of the Erdtree. I'm just replaying the file I played when we were first trying out this game. So we won't be fighting the dancer tonight. There is another dancer actually in the game, but it's all the way up here in this area. I forgot they kind of start you more like with the ocean here. It made me feel like the world was going to be a bit more like on a coastal area. How was your vacay? It was good. Got to see my friends. We went to a con. Got a couple stuff from there. It was good. It was nice to finally get home. I will say though, I did have to deal with the fact that my flight, making it out to my friends, it was a two-person, like not two-person, but two flight where, like, you know, one stop and then the final destination. And the second flight got delayed by 6 hours or so due to rain, and it really sucked because I wanted to at least get one extra day, because I was actually technically going in one day earlier before the rest of my friends were showing up. And I kind of squandered I didn't squander, but Mother Nature decided. I haven't been to a con since 2009. Yeah, no, same. I haven't been to a con since, looks away from camera, the before times. But it was nice. I got a couple of pins of Artorias and Alexander. My friends got me a couple pins as well as gifts. I felt bad though, because I was like, it's too much, you know. Anyway, we're gonna talk to Ansbach, our boy.
Righteous Tarnished, what brings you here? Oh, you must mean Samor. Samor is a kind and stalwart ally. He provisions our little outfit. Samor traffics with the Forager brood, his brethren, who collect supplies from all corners of the land. No doubt they find inspiration in his many virtues. These are not your foes, Tarnished. Should you spot any Forager brood, be sure to mind your manners.
So, the Forager brood, did you or anyone get affected by the CrowdStrike Rundo's crash? I don't know. I kind of, to be honest, I kind of forgot there's like a massive IT crash going on right now. I kind of forgot about that, but I guess that should tell you I was not really affected. Maybe my flight was affected, which is part of the why I went for long. But other than that, though, no, I wasn't really too affected. Also, wanted to say the brood they're talking about are those Kindred of Rot, which are those, like, you know, those gross bug guys that like to shoot the pest sprays at you. There are a couple, because we found a couple of them in our last playout. There are a couple that you can find across the map that do not fight them. They will give you cookbooks, and there are even some you can heal with a warming stone as well. So that's something we got to keep an eye out for. Though that with that in mind, he referred to them as the Brethren of Mor. I would love to believe that Mor is actually one of these guys, like just dressed up in bulky armor. But Zuli the Witch has gone through every, like, you know, character files, what they look like underneath their helmets, and Mor is in fact human. But still, that would be a fun headcanon to think.
Righteous Tarnished, what brings you here? Well, I'm much obliged. As suspected, kindly Mikola has visited the lands which hold the tower, and appears intent on wholly dispossessing himself of his flesh. He must be seeking entrance to the Tower of Shadow. Righteous Tarnished.
Okay, I guess that's
Righteous.
that's all you need to know right now. Okay. Hey, Mor.
Welcome. I like finding things for you, Lady Leda, her allies, and the Forager brood. Things bring joy to all. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Southwest Airlines wasn't affected, unlike the other airlines, because they ran their server on a version of Windows from 1992. That's funny. That was not enough to stop the what's it called? My flight from Southwest to get delayed, but still funny regardless. So now that I've remembered that we can go this way, so we're gonna keep going this way. You know, I'm not like, I've gone to flight, like, I've had to like go on different flights and stuff like that. That have been like, you know, like my flight got delayed in one state and then the flight I was trying to connect to took off, so I had to, you know, reconvene. And that's fine, that's whatever, right? Like, I can just, like, I would be willing to just stay, like, at an airport for several hours extra, if need be. But the fact that, like, it was delayed for so long, it was, like, starting to get to me. I was like, I want to get out of here. Thankfully, they allowed us to deplane after, like, I want to say maybe an hour or so. So we weren't just sitting on a hot plane for 6 hours. But it was still annoying regardless. But whatever. I may have some ideas for some quick animations based off con experience. Just because I thought that would be fun. Most of the PCs in my house run on Linux, only 2 Windows. By the end of the decade, I'll probably drop Windows completely. Fair enough. We used to be... Ow. We used to mainly be a... well, I should say... We still are, kind of, but for a while, we swapped over from Windows to Mac. But then, because of going back to school for 3D purposes, I needed a Windows laptop, which is why I have the one I use currently, but it's starting to age like cheese, so that's why I'm trying to save up for what's it called? Save up for a proper computer. Though I will probably also eventually, I plan on doing, I gotta update my commission sheet for my other socials, but I also have a coffee I should probably start pushing for a little bit. For like, just like if you want a little doodle of a character or so. Here's the ghost larval here. Oh, here's one. This is an example I was talking about. This one here is a kind brood character, so he will not harm us. See, gives us a butterfly and a cookbook. So the thing about those guys is the fact that they, if you kill them, more will come in and invade you. So we gotta avoid certain certain kindred. Ow, that's okay. Thunder, bring her the ring. What's the PCs now? Yeah, okay. If I die to a ram, I'm gonna stop the stream right now. Greater Potentate's cookbook. Oh yeah, I forgot to collect the painting items in our last playthrough. So maybe I should do that once I find those. Pigs. Dead. I might also try the backwards blades a little bit. Church of Benediction. Blessed Dew Talisman. Oathseeker, Knight's Greaves, Gauntlets, Armor, and Helm. And Autopata. Hang on, we're not done up here yet, so let's go back here. Excuse me. So, Zuli the Witch, I don't know if you're not too familiar, they're a Soulsborne content creator who goes into, like, you know, goes data mining and stuff like that, looks at the data attached to other characters and such. Oop. What do we got here? There we go. And what they do is they discover, like, codes and stuff based off, like, characters' names and stuff like that, and sometimes they connect to theoretically can connect to a different aspect of them. But anyway, so they found the type of blood fiend, those big bulbous looking guys that have the spears. Those apparently are like referred to as like blood forks or whatever. And the names they discovered is that these blood fiends were originally called orcs. So there's literally there's a data line to refer to one with the blood spear as a fork orc. Which is really, really funny. You can get really great PCs at eBay. My dad just got another tower PC that we're gonna upgrade for around $100. It will be most powerful PC in the house. I had to get creative on how to spell eBay without getting my chat message blocked. You should still be able to write in there. I don't understand why YouTube is so allergic to just brand recognition. Like I did turn off any like restrictions in that regard. Now all that there is like make sure you don't say like, you know, a handful of slurs. Yeah, see, Blood Fiend's fork. Literally confirmed. Fork orc. You still can't say other sites like eBay or Netflix or Pluto TV. Weird. I gotta at Team YouTube about that. Is this something over here, or is this just the dead end? Guess it was a dead end. Apparently, the #1 rated show on IMDb 2024 is One Piece, not the Netflix one, the OG one. Yep. Because we're in a crazy arc right now. We're just about wrapping up the arc in the manga, but it's still going strong. Like we're just about to reach... Oh, I didn't know that was one of his moves. I died. Like we're about to wrap up the manga section of that arc, but we just got to a peak backstory with the character Kuma in it. And it's gonna be awesome. To put it into perspective, somehow Oda made a character that I kind of, not that I didn't care about him, but he was definitely on the back burner for characters. Somehow he managed to, in just like 10 chapters, put him in like the top 10 favorite One Piece characters that isn't necessarily a Straw Hat also. Like, of all time. Chopper's bounty has officially increased to $48.72. You see, you say that, but that's apparently, like, closer to what the accurate bounties would be, which kind of bother me from a one-to-one, like, currency exchange. I would kind of hope that, like, money should be the exact same. It should just have a different, like, name for it, you know? That's my take on economics. Also, this is a weapon I want to try later, because apparently this has ridiculous proccing for bleed. Like, you do one strong charge attack move, and you instantly, like, bleed them from what I've seen. Unless it's gotten... I haven't seen any patch notes recently that would confirm or deny that it's gotten nerfed into the ground, but I want to try it out like crazy. And now we have another heirloom. So let me just read this off. I think this is a... Okay, I'm just making sure it wasn't coming up here, because I'm pretty sure this is a great axe. Or it's a hammer. Or a colossal hammer. Yeah, it's a colossal weapon. We need 28 strength, though, to use it. Bloodfiend's arm. We can also put whatever... what's it called? Our own Ash of War on it. Weapon used by the Bloodfiends. An arm pulled from the corpse of one of their kin and wielded as a makeshift weapon. Having been sacrificed by a blood ritual, the armament is capable of spraying blood stored within when executing a strong attack. Endure a summon and strength breaks, briefly boosting poise damage taken while using this skill to fight. It's like really, like I've heard this has like crazy, though it doesn't look like it's saying it on the arm, but apparently people have done the math, and apparently with a strong attack this thing procs bleed like crazy. The exchange rate for berries to USD ain't too good because of inflation. Yeah. So when you see Luffy being worth 3 billion berries, it's like maybe like $180 million by exchange. It's like that's a lot of money still, but that's not nearly as much as I thought it would be. So the One Piece character is the equivalent of the meme of the woman who would give her life for a kitten she knew for an hour or whatever it was. So this new One Piece character is the equivalent of... Kuma? Kinda, yeah. Like, Kuma's whole backstory is wild. Trying to think if I missed anything else. I swear there was another cross up here, but I'm blanking. I should there was a map I liked on Twitter. I should probably try to find it. I'm just trying to stay on point when it comes to using... not wasting too much time looking for last minute items and such like we did last time. Oh, also we gotta fight the jail knight. Anyway, let's go back, talk to Freya and the Horn Scent. We'll do his iconic catchphrase if you can pay him on Venmo. It'll be a depressing day to see Kuma asking for Venmo for doing his iconic catchphrase. Anyway.
In battle, you can be sure I'll hold my own. In battle.
Okay, never mind. But she says something different. Yeah, anyway, Horn sent. Hey, bud. Can I have your curve sword?
I urge you, follow after Mikilla. As long as you abide by his footfalls, you will be no enemy to me.
Have some stew.
What's this? Do you think me in need of arms? But this dish, 'tis fair of the tower. And I remember fondly this kin-clad scent. Brings back memories I'd all but forgotten. This, by my troth, is but a dismal copy. Indeed, I think it rather plain to see. Things once broken can never be the same. Look, take this for your troubles, won't you? I desire not to be in your debt. I urge you, follow after me as long as you abide.
Okay. Alright, so we gotta go now. Other than going Mary being blown to smithereens, has One Piece made you cry? I was curious because there was a news story about anime making people cry and Luffy was crying. Was the thumbnail. You definitely were right on the money. Like, I would say Mary's funeral definitely got me tearing up, but other than that, hard to say off the top of my head. Anime specifically hasn't like majorly made me cry. There have been a couple like movies that I've cried at. Black Jail Night. He's poised out the fucking wazoo, except there. Okay, he's not that poised, but... Oh, that was close. Saw Clishes of Ash's last appearance in Pokemon. It was really underwhelming. He deserved a proper send-off. Yeah, I can understand that. Great Sword of Solitude, Helm, Armor, Gauntlets, and Greaves of Solitude. So now we can dress up, cosplay as our favorite Black Knight, but probably gonna hold off on that just because that is heavy armor. Okay, let's see. We want to go down this way now. I don't know how long we're going to be going for tonight, because I'm still trying to get back into the groove of things. So I don't have a exact path I want to take, but I'm probably going to resist the urge to skip over through Rolana. Excuse me, like I did last time. We're going to probably try to at least try to bleed her a bit. Like I said, though, with the thing now is we're playing in the game that we have endgame, so we have all the bell bearings to use any smithing, so we're not going to be super reliant on worrying about anything like that right now. The urge of the Erdtree, the urge tree, if you will. True. Anyway, there's the beast claw guy around here. Jesus. I always forget there's a random screaming bird. Yep, there he is. Hey, bud. Mind letting me just put this on my weapon first? There we go. See how easy that is now that I have bleed? I confirm after the second Only Plays Life is Strange video that the dialogue is pretty much as bad as Forspoken. Yeah, no, I was really confused a lot about a lot of things like Max. Is that her character's name? The player character just saying such random and like unnecessary. Also, hang on. Great shot. As always, this I saw a post earlier today that described at what point did you realize that? Because Miyazaki infamously said that the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC was about as big as Limgrave, and he asked, when did you realize, oh, this game ain't as big as Limgrave? And I responded with, when I saw that thing in the distance. The fact that I never, like, that thing is huge, right? Just from this far. And then we see later on just how huge it really, really is. And it's like, oh, this game is big. Anyway. Church of Constellation. I do like that we always get a one of those black hammers. Coordinate House is the only real anime Miyazaki. Not that Miyazaki. Somebody made a game, I always forget what the show is called, but it's like, in the same, like, college humor, sort of thing. Actually, Brandon Lee Mulligan? I forget what his name is. But anyway, somebody made a game where you basically, like, guess the quote, where you look between either it's Hayao Miyazaki or Hidetaka Miyazaki. Ow, that hurt. Forgot they don't stagger when they're doing their crazy moves like that. I did think for a while that Hayao Miyazaki actually was a part of the what's it called? I thought Hidetaka, not Hidetaka, was Io because I only ever heard Miyazaki being referred to one guy. So I was like, "Damn, Io, what demons are you trying to release in this series?" But I then learned quickly that that was not the case. Favorite Studio Ghibli character is Scooby-Doo. Of course. What do we got here? Oh, that's where we get a Blessing of America first. For context, Scooby-Doo was designed by a Japanese American. That's how I thought of the stupid joke. Was he actually? I know there was like Japanese animation for the longest time was what we Western cartoons would always use, Japanese studios. Like if you want to get technical, Rankin Bass, the stop motion for Rankin Bass was all done by a Japanese studio. So if you want to get technical, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was a anime. Oh god. Still don't want to fight those things. What if I just like tried to get that thing to hit us even after? Oh, look at that. Perfect. Studio was done by an animator named Iwao Takamoto. His parents immigrated from Japan and he was born in LA. Interesting. I think it meant more like referred to like how Japanese studios were, like I said, were the ones who always did like Western animation, but I did not know that. So before we move on, because we can go, what we're gonna do is we can go up here, just collect whatever here, and then start heading towards here. Maybe up here a little bit. See, Egon made flesh. There's an area over here that I missed on my first playthrough until later on. Of Babies was made by Toei. They also did Transformers G.I. Joe. Exactly. Oh, hey, first painting item. What do we get? Serpent Crest Shield. Neat. Okay, but what does the Serpent Crest Shield do? It doesn't even get its own unique thing. It's just a shield. Okay, whatever. A finely made red shield featuring an engraving of a winged serpent excels at guarding against fire. Well, I guess that's pretty good. Said to have been made to commemorate the beginnings of the crusade started by Mesmer, son of America. Okay. Neat, I guess, but I was kind of hoping it would be like a super cool shield where you get to do cool shield things and stuff. But I guess not. Here's what actually, like, the first proper mini dungeon was supposed to be. Ow. Rude. Ah! So a weird but interesting news article where medical researchers believe they neutralize autism in children in Tennessee. See, I have my doubts about that, only because that doesn't seem like... You see, when I heard Tennessee, don't want to make any assumptions in that regard, but I feel like that's not for the betterment, but more so like just a way to, you know, I don't know. I'm very skeptical on that idea. That doesn't sound like it's like a thing that can just use to, what's the word? I don't know how to describe it. I thought it was loadable too. They did it with gene therapy apparently. Interesting. Oh please, not the jaw. Anything but that. I promise I won't ever do it again. I swear, a living saint I'll surely be. Please, you must forgive me. Forgive me, please. The way I see it though, I mean gene therapy, well, that's also the thing, is like stem cell research and all that is a whole ethical question with, like, you know, fetus tissue and all that. But it's one of those things where it's like, is this used for like the betterment of man, or is it just another way to like sort of, I don't know if the phrase other is correct, but like, you know, people with autism and stuff like that, being like, oh, you need to take this to cure yourself or whatever, you know. The one kid went from biting his mom and being mute to acting like a real kid. Well, see, that's the thing though, is like if it's on like the, depends on how like bit of a on the spectrum, because I know like autism, like I know it's definitely turbo watered down with how people use it online, but it's like that's definitely like on one side of the spectrum when it comes to autism. So I don't know if that's curing, like I don't know if curing, but like helping with the nervous system of it. I don't know. But it's one of those things where I'm just we live in a weird time where, like, depending on how people, if that thing is like actually like followed up with more tests, I guess, and it's found legitimate, then I'm not sure where we go with that. But I just know for feeling like if it's done through a vaccine, oh, this won't cure autism, it'll give us super autism or something like that, you know, like that's gonna just, you know, we live in a stupid time also. Yeah, they did it to the kids who are, oh yeah, by the way, the jars in this are not full of warriors and friends. The jars are full of tormented saints. Just a reminder. Yeah, they did it on kids that were practically non-functional. They couldn't talk before therapy. Interesting. But yeah, so I'm looking at it in the sense of like, is this being done for actual betterment, or is this done by people like, you know, for nefarious reasons? So if it is meant for like people who are like non-functioning, then maybe I could see that being helpful. But yeah, I'm gonna hold my tongue and just like wait to see where the science goes from there, you know. I know they, what's it called? They found, I don't say found, but like they were working on like, I think more vaccines relating, like the NRA vaccines may have also led into more production for other cures. So I'm curious to see where that goes. It's not something they do on someone who's on the same level as me. I have autism, but I can function fine. At least I think I do. Fair enough. Yeah, it's definitely like something like, you know, probably would use it for, yeah, like you said, for non-functioning members. Because it's what that's yeah, I forgot they did that on purpose. It's so funny. The fake out with the jar warrior there. But yeah, that's the thing. It's like I was watching a video about Dungeon Meshi because the character Laios, the main guy in the suit of armor, some people speculate that he's on the spectrum, and I could definitely see that in certain ways, how he's like hyper fixated on monsters and stuff like that. But I was also reminded in that same video that, oh yeah, wait, autism is like like doesn't just like, you know, like give people quirks in that regard, but like it's actually like, you know, yeah, there's the spectrum literally is like a range in that regard. So like, yeah, non-functioning autism has like a wild range in that regard. So it's like, oh yeah, that's a thing. I was reminded of something / learned something, I guess. I don't know why I had to specify dungeon machine to learning about that, but it's, yeah. Yeah, science. It's neat, but also pretty wild. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, also, these aren't like, these are just one person, if I'm remembering correctly. The whole thing why they're big like blobs is because they were whipped by a what's it called? Also, I swear there's like a, they were whipped by a they were whipped by a whip made of teeth of fellow shaman, and the whole purpose was to lash out, make them bleed out, and then, like, you know, their bodies would like be filled with pustules and stuff. So that explains why they're like weird, like bloated monstrosities here as well. Pregnant mothers are advised to not play Sonic the Hedgehog games during pregnancy. Their children may be susceptible to autism. That, could you imagine it worked like that? No, see, the thing about that would be, is like, it wouldn't, oh, darn it. I want to know how to get up there. I want to get up there and see the other side there. There's probably a way around here. The thing about that, though, is it's not so much playing autism, not so much playing Sonic games. It would be like how, like, you listen to Mozart, like you put headphones on your tummy and you play Mozart for the baby. It would be the opposite. If you played Sonic the Hedgehog music, that might cause something like that. Though I think probably the sharp 8-bit noise, or not 8-bit, 16-bit chip tune would probably not be well for the baby's hearing, I feel like, but that's just me. Go ahead. There's an item over there. I want that item. Damn it. I was viewing it like smoking or drinking during pregnancy. Fair enough. So maybe I'm crazy, but I definitely remember these things screaming before. Come on. Trying to find a way. I think I found the way. It's not standard! Oh, I might have just... Oh. Here he is. Come on. Ah, damn it. Ah! Oh god! Oh god! Get off of me! It's really disappointing that that move does not do as much damage as it feels like it should. And another hefty pop. Okay. I think we're good now. Ow, that hurts. Look, a lift! I didn't know about this. Oh, wait, hang on. This seems like a button. Oh, you know what? That's the... That's the button to bring that back up. Okay. That's how you get the great shot. I knew it was over here. We're on the other side of that cliff. Okay, how much of a difference does this great jar make? by comparison, so it's not, it's a, I guess, how heavy is that by comparison to this? Okay, so it's still, it's about as heavy as the pumpkin head, but... A great jar which fits uncomfortably over the head when upturned, a tire of the shamans who perform their worship at jails. It increases the power of thrown pots of all sizes. They offer their prayers to the innards of the great jar, such that they might be reborn one day in sainthood. This is the cycle of death and rebirth taken into the hands of the mortal men. Okay. What's up, man? Won't be here long, but thought I'd stop in. Hey, Try, welcome to the stream. I just figured we'd do another run of Shadow of the Erdtree. We're not going to do anything like crazy, so I'm just doing another run on one of my other files here, so yeah, we're just, you know, just looking around before we head over to, what's it called? What's it called? The Rolana Castle or whatever. Though we're probably not going to get to there tonight, because I'm probably gonna. What time is it now? Probably not going to go too long. Maybe another half hour or so. So we'll see. I've started another run after I beat the DLC. Yeah, I just got back from. Like, since I got back from my trip, I figured, you know what? It's 2 weeks. It's been like, what, a week or so? That's long enough for me to play another run of Elden Ring. Why not? Anyway, here's Yoda. He just poked me in the side and killed me. Bastard. Okay, let's try that again. That's not fair, you're not allowed to Bloodhound Step also. That's cheating. What the hell was that? Oh yeah, I forgot he does that. Oh my god. Can't use our cheese move. It's not fair. Exactly. You're not allowed to do that. It's like when NPC enemies heal after fighting Salon. It's like, that's cheating. You're cheating. That's not fair. You weren't supposed to do that. Anyway, I forgot to also give myself a quick boost as well. Not allowed to do that, only I can. That's how this works, exactly. Excuse me as I go get my souls. Excuse me, sir. Ah, damn it. I got scared. Moves like Yoda, but looks like Golem. Exactly. Oh, that did nothing. Get out of here. We beat Demi-Human Swordsman Ans for Demi-Human Swordsman Yorsh. What ones are those? Those are the bandit curved swords that you get from the skeleton bandits. They're from what I've understood, from what I've gathered, they're like the longest reaching curved swords. Base game. I don't know about the DLC ones. They're really good for what's it called? Power stancing. I've learned to really appreciate curved sword power stancing. It's really good. They're not really hard to farm. I might try those. Yeah, no, curved power stancing with curved swords is really good. What was I gonna say? Excuse me, boys. Let me just get this Gravebird armor. Yeah, they're not, like, you can get them, the first ones you can get are on the Weeping Peninsula, near the, I don't know if it's the Americas church or the one with Radigan, but either way, one of those, it's on, like, there's one you could just farm to get. They're really good. They're really good. Oh, how it hurts from very tip to toe. Help me, I must ask, am I human still? Is that the reason I yet suffer so? I'm trying to remember what the fly aspect is from the story. It's been a minute since I watched that one video Vadi put out about like everything like put into context. He did just put out one for a story about Millicent, so I might want to watch that sometime. Just watched the Milton one. It's really good. I think my favorite one of his Prepared Cries, because he's gotten really, really good with the cinematography for Elden Ring. But I still think the fight, the fight between the Tarnish and Blythe, the way how he did it along with Gehrman's theme was just super, really poetic, and like really add to the tragedy of Blythe's character. Also definitely amped the blood for that scene as well, which, you know, fair enough. Ailment Talisman. I forgot what that does. Takes the cinematography of the new one to a whole new level. I can imagine so. My mind, when I saw that it was going to be about Millicent, I was like, oh, the fight between the Tarnish and the sisters is going to be like really, really, really good. I think before the Blythe one, I think my favorite scene was all the spells he used for the fight with Vike. And the addition of Vike shooting off the Tarnish's helmet was a nice touch as well. 60,000. Let me see here. That's only 12. Yeah, I'm gonna try to take out the Ghost Flame Wyvern real quick. The best way I figured would be to do that is because it's a what's it called? Undead dragon, it would be best to use holy damage. He's gotten really good with his Prepared Cries. He was the, like, I'm sure like most everybody ever, he was definitely the first to introduce me to the actual context for like all the like stuff in Dark Souls. Like I remember when I played Dark Souls 1, I had already killed Sif in the base game before I got to the DLC for the first time, and during Artorias's intro, I was joking to myself like, lol, he's probably mad that I killed his dog or whatever. And then like when you learn all that, what actually went through, it's like, oh, he did this all for his dog. And it's like, oh man, I have a new appreciation for the way how FromSoft does storytelling. I forgot. Oh, he's farting. I forget he shits out the Ghost Flame, doesn't he? Right there. Just keep your head still. Ow. Got it. Yeah, Dark Souls 1 confused me so much, then VOD videos made everything make sense. Yeah, no, like especially the whole, like, it's not like, you know, cleared in the game, but like the theory about Pinwheel being a necromancer who's been infused with his family, and he's been trying to, yeah, I forgot that's where we get the Great Katana, trying to unfuse them together. It's like, holy shit, that's a crazy theory. Wait a minute. And all that. But yeah, like, it's one of those things, which is why I read a lot more of the item descriptions. Not every item, obviously, but like anytime I get like a remembrance, a major item, and such from characters, I'm like, I gotta read this just to put these things together. He also made me feel so bad about killing hostile enemies. Yeah. Like the whole added context when you get Sif out of the abyss and the new cutscene that plays when they recognize you, it's like, oh, they know that they gotta put me down, or else I'll become crazy like Artorias. But then we didn't become crazy. We overcame the abyss and took out the 4 kings and all that. It's good. It's fun. It's intriguing way of writing. I know some people have their like issues with it, which is fine, but like I kind of like the whole like one way somebody described it, the archaeological approach to storytelling, picking up these ancient relics only to read the Beanie Baby name tag on the side to learn about the lore about it. I like it. It's fun. That's how that's how I'm referring to it. Beanie Baby tag lore. Did I find stuff under here? I felt like the bad guy in Dark Souls 1 and really every FromSoft. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you gotta look at yourself. Am I the bad guy? Because especially in Dark Souls, when you look at all the Souls games, the Dark Souls trilogy is very much the damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of story. Where like the world is just fucked. No matter what happens here. Demon Souls, I've only ever played twice, but I did watch his remake videos for those. At least Solaire was there for us. Like, everything you touch in these games just dies. The only like happy ending we've gotten in Elden Ring is Nefeli Lu. I'm almost certain. I'm actually trying to think of what NPCs that survive in the DLC of Elden Ring, and I think it's literally only the grandma that survives. Everyone else dies. Also, always loved seeing the jagged peak just off in the distance. Also, Ronnie's moon is still with us, even throughout all this time. Okay, at least Aegon got what he wanted. Yeah. Dude, Aegon's whole... Like, not since the English dub. I refer to English dub because the game is usually set in Japanese first, Sekiro. Only since Gyobu's introduction have I heard such goddamn passion put into us, like, just a speech. FromSoft knows how to pick their voice actors. It's great. Even the guy who voiced him was like, oh yeah, I never knew how big of a game I was familiar with, like, the topic of Elden Ring, but I never realized just how big of an impact my character would be. It's like, love it. Love these like humble British actors and actresses that they get for these games. It's great. Ow. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm using Holy Magic. I should probably switch that out next chance I get. Also, we now have confirmation that Holy Magic just destroys ghost dragons, so we can do the other one later. I read an article about him, and that was his first time voiced a video game. Yeah. I read the IGN article about that as well. Your fears made flesh. Oh yeah, no. For a while on TikTok specifically, I would get nothing but like fan edits of his whole speech to Bale. Also, gotta say, I understand why Bale is technically not a remembrance boss, but it does feel kind of weird that this dragon that on equal footing, like maybe even stronger, with still walking around with nothing but a leg, having the heads of his enemy embedded in his back, facing off against a dragon lord, not count as a remembrance. Seems kind of like a weird choice, but I understand it also for lore purposes, because you want to eat Bale's heart to get his power. Though sucks that you can't, what's it called? At least I haven't seen it yet. You can't use, what's it called? The mausoleum statues to get yourself another remembrance heart. Imagine if you could, though. Ow. Ah, he hit me with it. So he said heads are still on Bill. Yeah, that's what I meant. Because, like, oh, you ever wonder where the other two heads on Sigil Sax are? Well, there you go. They're right there. It's an amazing detail that they added to that guy. The fact that he uses his femur to stab us with lightning magic also. Not femur, whatever, forearm bone. I'm definitely gonna summon him for when we fight Bale again. My jaws on when I learn about that. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, Jesus Christ, this thing. These fucking details are crazy. This is really good DLC. I think there are a couple aspects to it I have like some issues for, but not like, I know some people, aside from the difficulty, some people like are having their own issues with it. Like, I think my main issue maybe is a little too much use of base game bosses. Like, I could understand the use of the two tree sentinels being outside of Marika's former home and village, but did we really also need another Fall-Star Beast boss enemy? Is everyone really craving that? I forgot. What's that? I love to see. I feel like it was done really well, but some more Shadow Tree fragments can hurt. Yeah, that also, because you're really, like, if you're struggling in this game, you gotta like search every nook and cranny to make sure you're not missing out on any. It's like how I've lost track of where any of the remaining ashes, spirit ashes for what's it called, the blessings for the spirit ashes as well. Because, like, don't ask me where the last few are. Like, I think, and I don't necessarily need it to, like, do ample damage by comparison. Like, you saw just how I was able to take out the Ghost Flame just fine. Just using Holy Magic made it super easy by comparison. But I think maybe like a couple percentage more for each level up wouldn't hurt. But we'll see. This is a new playthrough once I've known, like, I know like where everything is now. So we can like compare, contrast, if you will, how things turned out in that regard. Like, I'm mainly using bleed this time around just because I've looked at, like, every remembrance boss, except the Shadow Tree Avatar. Everything else bleeds, so, you know, that's one way to make it easier on my part. I do like how many Ancient Dragon Stones they put in, so you can upgrade new weapons. That, too. That's definitely, one way also, though, to really amplify the fact that you should wait until you're, like, either at America, or what's it called, at the burning of the Erdtree, or at least have the last few ball bearings, just so you don't have to worry about lacking any of like 7 or 8 smithing stones, because that's what was really hurting me in our initial playthroughs, because I did it early thinking I could find any, if they added any new base stuff, like anything new to the base game, which unfortunately they did not. That was also another issue I had, is like I kind of was hoping to see Gideon respond to me like, hey, I just found the Shadow Realm and Nicola and all this. You have anything to say? And he's like, what is it this time? Which I guess, you know, count my blessings that I didn't tell Gideon that, and then he used Mikola's nuke on us. Though apparently that nuke is like tissue paper compared to how it works with Mikola, but that's neither here nor there. There's the Fire Spark perfume bottle. But yeah, no, this is great. This is honestly, like, I talked about this a little bit, but I definitely feel like when you look at the scale of the base game, and you see how huge this game is already, right? We got all of this map, and then also a little bit of little separate areas as well here and there. This game is humongous. This is plenty of content, the base game. And then they go and add this, well, okay, the map's not finished, but you know what the Shadow Realm map looks like. But they added more game like this on top of that also. About 40 hours worth of content was added. If I counted up the amount of times I played for stream, about 40 hours worth of extra content. That alone is what I kind of imagined what Elden Ring, how big Elden Ring was going to be, you know? Imagine Gideon charming, just a full-on bear hug from him. Yeah, that'd be... I would be more offended that I fell for it than him being able to do the charm itself. I will say, if I ever do any New Game Plus runs, I'm definitely always saving the dry leaf, like the martial arts weaponry, specifically only to fight Gideon. I'm throwing hands with Gideon after everything, and which is what I did when we finished that other playthrough the other night. Okay, I don't know where to go. I'm kind of just mumbling at this point, but I feel like we should wrap up. We're probably gonna wrap up soon, but I at least want to get to like one more boss. Ow. I died. I kicked him in the face in New Game Plus after I beat the DLC. Nice. I definitely wanted to try to do that again with Godfrey, but like I was doing chip damage, and I always forget Godfrey is a wild animal, even in phase 1. So I was like, yeah, okay, never mind. We're just gonna use the Milady. Also, the Milady might be my favorite weapon in this game. I'm a little disappointed that we only get 3 light great swords. Excuse me, sorry. And the other 2 are all magic, fire, and holy. Because I really wanted to power stance using those weapons, and they do have a really cool power stance. But again, I don't want to split faith and intelligence down the middle for Rolana's great swords and Lita's great sword, or light great sword, also being holy damage only. It's like, this is... I just want one more. I just needed one more base default weapon from Soft. I hope you bring those swords back. They're really, really cool. Yeah, no, they're really cool. I just, like, I'm very, like, anal when it comes to having to split my damage in both faith and intelligence. That's why I can't stand all, like, not being able to use the destructo discs, like the rings of Radigan or whatever. Because I really like the destructo disc aspects of those moves, you know? I just like the frisbee look. It's cool. It's fun. So having to then spend intelligence points in intelligence, it's like, well, great. Yeah, blessed bone shard. I forgot those were items. That's what turned me off the Sword of Night and Flame in my friend. Exactly, yeah. I think this is... Yeah, we're heading towards the first catacomb. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll do the catacomb here, and then we'll call it a stream. This was very much just a get back into streaming kind of podcast. We didn't really do all that much. Kind of just went around. I was mainly looking for, you know, as many Shadow Tree blessings as I could before going into King Castle Ensis. I already forgot what the other one was called. Also, didn't realize that the Death Knights... Should have realized this, though, when I'm saying Death Knight out loud. Didn't realize the Death Knights had skull masks. Or, like, skull helmets when I fought them. Wasn't until I saw it better, like, clear of somebody wearing their armor. Like, oh, shit, they're also skeletons. Yeah, no, the Death Knight fights are really cool. I thought I died for a second there also. I assumed that the red spot was how safe it was over there. That was so hard when I got crushed by those in my first gameplay playthrough. Yeah, it's really funny just to see. Ow. It's really funny just to like go into a catacomb and think it's going to be very by the books compared to the DLC, and then nope, giant death from above. Also, these guys are hilarious. You know what? I might save the ash, the spirit ash of those cannon imps. Just distracting Gideon while that thing just shoots it from across the room would be hilarious. Reminds me of the pea shooters. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, dang it! Hang on. Okay. Cute. What do we got here? Oh. That would have been bad. Anyway, what do we got here? Ah, great. Oh, dang it. Okay, there's nothing. Oh, wait, actually, hang on. I'm exploring everything now. Oh, there's an Ash of War for us. Or not Ash of War. Spirit Ash. I keep getting Ash mixed up. Here and there. Actually, I should go back this way. I like the Let's Go Gambling short you did. Thank you. I wanted to get that done before I went off traveling, so it's a little rushed, which is why it's not as nearly as animated as I usually do. But it was one of those things where I'm like, this joke does not need to be as animated by comparison. But I did at least want to try to get that done before I left. Because I basically did not use... I brought my computer down with me, but I did not use it once when I saw my friends, so... Yeah, I didn't want to wait till next week. I don't know why I did that. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. Glad you think so. Next one, I have another idea. I have some like ideas for shorts that I want to do about like con experience. Stuff like that. Also talk maybe like one about my trip. How I had to wait in airport for 6 hours on the delay. And I'm just like, oh, I'm going crazy. Okay, I was just making sure I didn't miss anything else here. I think it's literally just that. Okay. Hmm. I'm also probably gonna, maybe sometime next month, I'm gonna try to do like a compilation video. Not so much compilation, but like do a best of like my animations I've done so far, just because, you know, as great as doing the shorts are, it takes a while to get monetization proper. Sorry, don't want to get trapped by 3 guys here. There we go. Through shorts, so I figured maybe doing a full video with the animations I've done would be good. I'm probably gonna do like get up. I want to try to see if I can get up to 5 minutes worth of animation. I feel like I've done at least that much since I've started doing TikTok shorts. I'd watch that. I'm glad. It's going to be a mix between... Because I started out doing these based off of Pokemon Unite, the MOBA game on Switch. I started doing those. Those are when like I started getting noticed on TikTok. But then I stopped having fun with... nice. With the game, so I kind of moved on to League of Legends as an alternate. Though I will say I have stopped playing League of Legends because of the Vanguard thing. Not so much I'm against an anti-cheat, but I'm against the idea of an anti-cheat needing to see everything on my computer, you know what I mean? So those are going to be on hold until that gets sorted out. Please stop. Go away. I'm playing a dangerous game here, just trying to avoid these guys. Wait, did I get everything that's up here? And then also... Damn it. I want to see where that hole takes me. Nice. Treasure. Ooh, Blink Bolt. I think I saw this. Oh, this is what the Death Knights do. They're super fast and all that. What do we got here? Ooh, stone sheathed sword. That's the sword. I think I got some... Yeah, I remember. I just don't think I went down that way. Get to it, okay. Oh, shoot. Well, now I gotta go back up there again. But I just do not remember how to go from the ladder. Alright, we'll just go back the way we did before. Ooh, nice. Come on. There we go. All that just for another ghost glowvorn. Okay, I think we're good here. We can now go back to... We can now go down this way. He realized... Wait, this room is too wide for this. Now the real challenge here, I will see, is if I can beat this without needing to go back. Well, not going back. Can I do this on my first try with the limited resource that we have? And by limited, I mean none. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Okay, nope. Never mind. Let's try that again. Oh my god, I forgot how strong they are. Yeah, you can see the skull right there. It's wild. Great first attempt. Thank you. Let's try this again. Ooh. Oh god. Camera. Oh god. Nope. Ah, damn it. If I'm having trouble with a boss, I just look back and remember that I beat Radon and his twink. Exactly. It's one of those things, it's like, I've beat this game. I'm not afraid of you. can no longer get mad at this game. I've already bitten once, therefore I never have to get angry again. But also, these guys are tough. I don't know why I did that in this order, but you're nothing compared to the hell I've been through. Exactly. You're no talent. Ooh, that was close. Nope. I tried abusing the pole. He's too quick. He learns. Alright, let me try this again. I'm also going to assume that he doesn't bleed, since he is a Death Knight. And Death Knights tend to be looking like skeletons, and skeletons do not have blood. So, what I will do instead... Defend me, column! Exactly. It worked with Hornstein and Snow. Alright, I need something, ironically, with more lightning-based defenses here. This will do. I actually like how Mesmer's shield looks. Oh, maybe I should instead use this to defend myself from the additional damage. And then we are going to... Let me see if Holy Grease will work in this regard. I got distracted by something. Okay, so holy damage doesn't really seem to add much to it. You know what? Here, I've already beaten this game, so I'm allowed to look at the wiki just fine now. Let's see what the Death Knights are weakest to. Hopefully it's something I have on my person, because I don't feel like going all the way back up to the Grace to set things up again with my current build. Okay, yeah, I was right. It is immune to hemorrhaging. So... apparently you can crit it. Yeah, there's only 2 Death Knights in this whole thing. It's the one with the twin axes and the other one. Okay, so it's immune to... apparently you can put it to sleep. Learning a lot today. Okay, I hate how they'll show the resistances for, like, you know, stuff like poison and stuff on the wiki, but they won't tell you verbatim how much they are weak to holy. Oh, I guess here also. Yeah, okay, so I guess they do take holy damage. So I guess I should just keep trying to use this. Just seeing Godwin watching you in the background. I saw Zully put out a video talking about how Godwin's influence as just like a god of death, even reaching what's it called? The Shadow Realm, kind of has like a whole lot of implications, and it made me realize that, like, yeah, Godwin kind of just doesn't play like a major part outside of being, you know, setting off the shattering. But, like, as a being, I feel like he could be, like, a possible force, a major focus in the next game if they do make it Elden Ring 2. I don't think they're doing Elden Ring 2 anytime soon, but something to think about. I watched the video. Yeah. It's a good video. I like looking at how they show off stuff that's in... there we go. In the background and such. Ooh, that was close. That was close. Ooh, that was close. I got him. Oof. That was a lot closer than I would like it to be. I think it's really cool though that also if it's here, I swear there's like, you can also see his hand somewhere built into it. I remember when I first got grabbed by him and he healed his entire health. But yeah, no, it took me too long. Oh yeah, here, you can see his hand like sort of poking out. I think this, so one thing I would hope for an Elden Ring sequel is they add like more mechanics to exploration, and I think what would be really cool is if swimming, like Sekiro, it was really basic in Sekiro, but I think it builds a lot more aspects to level design, especially, you know, like all those like flat lakes we've come across. Imagine if we could actually swim in them as well. And imagine a certain point you're getting to a deeper, darker area, all these like, you know, seaweed, underwater stuff start to look like death through, and then in the horizon you just see this swimming towards you. I think that would not only be a cool way to bring in Godwin as a boss, but also probably the scariest thing you could see swimming at you, because he's got the mermaid legs in his like base form, I want to say, but his like, not base form, but his body has morphed together into like some sort of mermaid zombie. And I think something like that actually moving around, not Subnautica 2.0 basically. Like the great carp in Sekiro was really stressful. Like once you know how to get through it, it's not as stressful, but seeing that thing swim by you, it's like, I was hesitant to swim in the water after I beat that one warrior with the volleyballs, or soccer ball with lightning, just because I saw that giant carp in there. I was like, is this thing gonna follow me around in its entirety? But then we saw that it's actually just in its little huddle there, but it was still really freaky with all the teeth. So imagine something that isn't just a big fish, but also has that weird clam face coming at you. That would be wild. But I don't know what I think they're not doing anything like crazy. Like, not to say that an Elden Ring sequel isn't on the table, I think, from what I've saw, but they're not, any plans to do a full-on sequel to this game isn't in the works from what I've recalled. Which, you know, is fine. They don't need to make every Souls game needs to be an open world crazy one like this. If they wanted to, they can get a bit more experimental with the next one. Sekiro 2, maybe. Please, Miyazaki, I need that combat in my life. But yeah, we'll see. Anyway, I think that's going to be where we end tonight. It was very, nothing much really happened. We just kind of wandered around doing dungeons and stuff like that. This was more just me getting back into the groove of things because, yeah, it's been a minute since I last streamed, and it's also about to be midnight, so. Yeah, so here's the plan. I don't think I'm going to go into the castle just yet. Thanks for stopping by, Troy. You have yourself a good night. I don't think I'm going into the castle just yet. We're going to explore a little bit more. Maybe find one more level up or so. We'll see. Excuse me. Afterwards, probably see where Egon is, maybe meet Tillier as well, and then we'll try to face off against R'Ellana. Hopefully, now that I know a couple of extra tidbits here and there, she won't be nearly as pain-inducing as she was, but we'll see. Anyway, with all that being said, that's going to be a stream. Thank you to everybody who stopped by to watch. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.